So, moral consciousness in human nature is grounded in the reality of choice. Choice in turn assumes values, and values assumes the good, which is the highest value. When we make a decision, it is either for its own sake or for the sake of something else. What is an end in itself, chosen for its own sake, is then the good. Let's start from the beginning. Ethics. According to Webster's dictionary definition, ethic is the discipline dealing with what is good and bad, and with moral duty and obligation. Ethics deal with giving rational justifications to the question, what is the good? It also deals with what we ought to or should do, but what determines what we should and shouldn't do? Well, we can find our guidelines for an answer through the philosophical moral laws. Today we are only looking at moral law 1. Moral law 1 states that God, as the creator of human nature, is the determiner of what is good or evil for man. In order to understand the application of this moral law, we must first understand what opposes this law. The first three divisions that are presented are theism versus non-theism, objective clarity versus skepticism, and fideism and subjective clarity versus emotivism and voluntarism. This section is basically saying that according to moral law 1, theism is opposed to all forms of non-theism, which includes atheism, pantheism, polytheism, and animism, which mean theisms are against all other metaphysical beliefs. This is a big dividing line for mankind. However, the good is a source of unity. If everyone believed in one good, we would all be united under a similar way of thinking with a clear philosophy. So when you believe in moral law 1, this division is overcome. According to the book Beyond Science, most human problems are insoluble because our views contradict one another. If those views are brought together under a universal standpoint, there will be unity within diversity. Clarity is required for morality. This allows us to reason that only some, which is God, is eternal. This clarity is available to those who seek to understand the basics about good and evil. As a result, clarity opposes the skepticism that denies the basic things are clear to reason. Also, it opposes all forms of fideism. One has to neglect, avoid, resist, or deny reason to avoid basic things such as objectively clear. Emotivism believes that we need more than knowledge to have accountability and morality. However, Gangadin is arguing that knowledge itself is enough for accountability and morality. Needing more than knowledge would put us outside the realm of knowledge. If it is outside the realm of knowledge, how do we even know that what we are talking about? How can we be accountable for things we don't understand and can never hope to? How would we even know what we know? There are three main divisions that are overcome through moral law 1 in sections 4.1 through 4.3. The first is theism versus non-theism. This simply states that once you attempt moral law 1, you will agree on what is good, thus bringing unity to this dumb thing. The next section addresses objective clarity versus skepticism and fideism. This section states that morality is the basics of reasons and we need clarity for morality. The final and last section states that knowing is enough for accountability on morality because it is within the realm of knowledge. Let's say, challenge for skeptics. Let's say that you still don't buy into moral law 1. This means that things, morality and good and evil in general, are still unclear and up to societal or personal interpretation, which then calls into questions our own personal opinions as well as concrete facts. If we don't know or see things in absolutes, how do we know what is real, what is right? If everything is a matter of interpretation and we can really be sure of anything, how do we know what is true? How do we know that we even can know anything at all? Thank you.